Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about research tips number 2, learning about your topic. What is research? Just to rehash based off of what we've already talked about on research tips number 1. Research is more about what I find exploring and less about what I know or expect. So the purpose of it is to discover new knowledge and to discuss the new knowledge using the lens of me or the lens of you as the researcher. Okay, so it's not about that you should know about this topic. It's not something that you're an expert on necessarily, but you will become one. Okay, research is a conversation between you and other experts on a particular subject that you and they are interested in. Okay, so the main thing is make sure you're interested in your topic and that you like it. Don't choose a topic just because you think it's easy. Choose a topic because you like it. Okay, so how many sources should I have when I'm writing a research paper? Well, the more sources, honestly, the better your results will be and the easier your paper will be. The rule of thumb is a source per page you have to write. So for example, 30 pages means you need 30 sources minimum. And when I mean minimum, I mean just barely, because you never know what sources you're going to have to cut out. So I would usually start off with a larger amount of sources than the page requirements. Okay, so where do I look? Look at multiple sources to learn about your topic. And the sources can be websites, books, people, movies, TV shows. And what I mean by people are like experts. Even though you can pick on people that are not experts just to survey what they feel or think, that might be an interesting thing for your introduction. Okay? Anything appropriate goes at this point when you're gathering data, and you want your mind to be creative, and you want to catch things that you might not have noticed or that you just noticed that might work as a source. You'd be surprised on some of the small little things that are in your daily life that might be connected to your research that you're doing. And that adds to a certain level of uniqueness to your paper if you're able to talk about those things or think about them in light of your research. Okay. Where will the sources be? Well, libraries would be the first places I would go to. School, public, college. Okay. Online databases. People you know. Experts. Netflix, you might find some good documentaries there. Hulu, again, same thing as Netflix. Websites. Now you want to be careful when you look at websites though, okay? Because any kook can put a website up. And you want to make sure that whatever website you're looking at is credible. Okay, and literally anywhere. Don't limit yourself. Keep an eye out. You'd be surprised. Okay, what do I do when I find a source? Well, I would skim or scan or flip through it really quickly. It's not the time to read it in depth. Or see if other parts of it answers your research questions as I flip through it. Make notes on what was interesting or new. So you might want to keep a little notebook on you or type it into your phone, however you want to manage the data. I do both. Whenever I get a chance when I'm doing research, some random ideas will pop up, or I'll see something interesting. I'll take a picture of it and write on it on the image itself on my phone, right? So if you are not able to take the whole thing, then take a photo of it with your smartphone. Most of us have one. If not, you can use a camera, right? Keep notes general, but you can be detailed if you need to be on one or two things, because later on you're going to revisit it and then take it apart. And keep records on the sources. So I would recommend that you create a bibliography or a works cited page, or you call it sources page, just to keep all of that information together so that you have one place that you know will have all of them. Okay, that's the reason why we write the bibliography, is so that we have this one point rather than having it scattered all over the place. Okay, I would keep records of it, and for me, I like to take photos of it, and then I'll keep it on a folder on like Google Drive. But with our Google Classroom, you can just go into the assignment and store it there. So what do I need from the sources? So, how do I get back to it? There's things that I find a source, but how do I go back to evaluate it? What do I need from it? So publication info, if it's like a book or a magazine, or a journal, a title, authors. If you got the ISBN, that's usually the best, because you can be able to find all those other pieces of information much faster. The website address, the URL, and I would just bookmark it and put it in a folder of bookmarks specifically for my research. Okay. And if it's like something you just saw at the mall or at the shop, while you're shopping for, Christmas presents or whatnot, then I would take a picture of the whole scene or the area so I can go back to it. Okay, you'd be surprised. On EasyBib, there's like 50 plus ways of or types of sources that you can actually document. Okay, so anything, almost anything goes. Okay, why can't I find sources on my topic? That might be a question that you might run into as you're doing research and looking for sources. It may be that you're looking too specifically. All right. I know that I told you to be specific on your topics, but it can be too specific. Like you've typed in your entire research topic and nothing's coming out. Well, nothing's coming out because your topic is good. It's pretty unique. So you're going to have to do keyword searches with pieces of your topic to see what information you can find, because those are the ingredients you'll be cooking with. Many unique topics won't have research that fits yours exactly. That's a good thing. Okay, because that means that what you're creating is more than likely much more original than anything else. Okay, each writer is doing something specifically for them and may not think as you do about topics, and that's good. Okay, because that allows you to be unique. Remember, you are joining the conversation about your topic. You're not dominating it or anything, you're joining it. So it's going to be different. Each person brings their own perspective in, and that's really something you want to keep your mind on, your own perspective about the data. Okay, what can I do to find sources then? Well, broaden your search if you're having trouble finding it. Free associate and brainstorm on the topics or ideas that are connected or related to your topic, and then try to look for sources on those related or connected things. It could be that you end up you end up not having exactly your topic, but you have a chain of related ideas or topics that connect to your topic to whatever you're trying to connect it to. And now you got to make sure you build that bridge. You got to make sure that you look up every link in that chain. And that's a good thing, because now you've increased the things that you're going to talk about. Okay, so that's one of the ways that some people wonder about, like, how can you write a longer paper? Well, this is one of the ways. Okay, finding all the things that are related and talking about each of them as you're building that bridge from one topic to another. Okay, think asymmetrically, even randomly. You'd be surprised. Okay, what tools could help me? Well, a notebook. That's like the most basic one that you don't have to charge. So that's what I usually use. I have different kinds of notebooks, a small one. A smartphone, which is really useful for you to take visual records, take pictures and stuff like that, or record your thoughts rather than writing them down. You'd be able to get much more text by recording it and saying it than typing. iPod Touch, if you still use those things. A camera, voice recorder, those are all things that can be rolled into your smartphone. I think most of us do have a smartphone, and that's a wonderful tool that you can use to help you be able to do research rather than just like watching videos or playing games on it. Right? It's an active tool that you can use, a powerful tool.